Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So, oh my gosh, Ariana's live album. To be honest, let's just be real here, it was a perfect freaking masterpiece. All 32 songs, it was just absolutely amazing. I listened to it from the first song all the way to the last song and very surprised, if I can say. I'm mostly surprised because I wasn't very prepared for her to be serving vocals, because that's literally all she served. From the high notes to the whistle notes to the runs to her vibrato, everything literally sounded so freaking amazing. I actually wrote down some notes for every single song that I listened to, talking about why I liked it and why it sounded good. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this whole album from number 1 all the way down to 32. First one is Raindrops. Now Raindrops is actually a really cute song. There were a lot of runs by her and she actually did a very good job. She sings very clear now. You can really hear the words that she is singing, unlike when you're able to hear her. A couple years ago, people were always complaining about how they couldn't hear her pronounce the words correctly. Well, now that she's pronouncing the words correctly, everything just sounds absolutely beautiful. So Raindrops was actually very cute for me. I did like that song. The second song, God Is a Woman, she brought the vocal runs. She even let the audience sing, threw in some whistle notes and obviously some high notes. The next song, Bad Idea, started off really pretty because she started singing completely different from what the studio album sounds like. In my opinion, she used better higher notes than the regular lower notes that she does use. She had amazing runs the entire song, which then leads us to the next song, Break Up With Your Girlfriend. That song was okay to me. I'm not really a fan of that, but it did have some very good runs and it also did have some really good high notes that she did deliver, because that's what she did. So Break Up With Your Girlfriend was a really good song. The next song, R.e.m, which is actually one of my favorite songs by her. She sang this freaking cute as hell. In the beginning, you're also able to hear the audience kind of chime in and sing a little bit too, and it sounds clear. Her vocals were on point, the high notes were on point as always, and then she even breaks a little laugh when she sings, which is absolutely freaking adorable. And it also kind of made the song a little bit more personal as well. I think this is actually going to be one of my favorite songs vocally because she did sing this very beautifully to me. So for that reason, this is one of my favorite songs. And then of course, towards the end, we get those extra high notes and she just demolishes the ending, which then leads us to the next song. Now, this obviously has to be a personal favorite of mine because if you guys do know, that is the beginning of my intro. That is a little bit of a personal connection towards me since that is for my channel. I love that song a lot and she actually sang the song really amazing. She was serving with the vocal runs and her vibrato sounded amazing to the point where it wasn't too much, it was literally perfect. And then she goes ahead and sings the end of the song, clearly with some extra high notes, and literally you guys, I was having chills the entire time from listening to all of her music on this album. The next song, Sweetener, not really a fan. I don't know, I just can't really get into it that much, but the song is very cute. So Sweetener, she's okay, but not one of my favorites. Successful, another one of my favorites. It's actually a really cute song. She sang it beautifully and her vocals were on point as well. The next song, Side to Side, which is actually a gay boy's favorite. It has to be. Literally, that song is so iconic if you don't like Side to Side. But yeah, she actually rapped Nicki Minaj's part, which is freaking adorable. She's so cute. The next song, Love Me Harder, which is one of my all-time favorite Ariana Grande songs. I absolutely love. It was the first song by her that made me fall seriously in love and made me stand super freaking hard. She sang the song so amazing. I thought it was really cool how she was able to bring back older music from her previous albums and then put them into this album, this live album, which was really awesome because you can really hear how her voice has matured throughout the years and how much better she sounds now than she used to. So I thought that was really freaking cool. The note when she sang Give Me a Reason to Believe It, you guys go back and listen to that song because oof, those high notes and those runs, that was literally everything. I just felt like it was a little bit too short. It could have been longer, but that's just me. The next song, Breathe In. Okay, so if you guys listen to this album all the way through, when it gets to Breathe In, the mood completely changes. Breathe In has to be one of the top 3 of my favorite songs on this entire album because it sounds completely different. If you go back and listen to it in the beginning, it doesn't sound anything like the studio track, which is one of my favorites. It's almost as if like it's hyping up the energy because you can hear the crowd, almost this overwhelming feeling of like love. It's really weird. The notes that she hit for Breathe In and those long runs that she did and that climax of an ending is just absolutely amazing. There is a reason why it is one of my favorites. Go listen to it if you guys haven't because that song's amazing. Which then leads us to the next song, Needy. I feel like this is everyone's favorite song because to be honest, I know I'm needy as hell. She first released the snippet a couple months ago. I actually really fell in love with it, and I do have some snippet videos of her releasing Needy like all the way back to like October. So when she released the snippet to that song, I was completely obsessed with it and I needed it. She even had the piano version, and the piano version is the version that I really want, but she did sing the song freaking amazing as well. My little heart kind of cried a little bit because she did sound very pretty, but yes, Needy has to be probably the second favorite song from the album for myself. And then another thing which made me tear up at the end when she said, "Love you guys so much," and she just laughs. That's so cute, and that made me cry just a little bit, and I was like, whew. Ugly cry, ugly cry. But yes, Needy, definitely a very pretty song. I loved it. Fake Smile is such a vocal improvement. I love the message behind it. I think it's absolutely amazing. She slayed those high notes when she sang that song. That's another reason why I think I'm so obsessed with this album, is because she hit a lot of notes that are obviously not on the studio album, which is another reason why I love going to see female artists perform live. So yes, Fake Smile had very beautiful vibrato. She sang that song so good to the point where the vibrato was perfect, and I love how she can control how much she uses, because there can be some times where some artists kind of over vibrato it and it just sounds so bad and it's just like ugh. But with her it's just like it's amazing. It's like she's not doing it enough, but it's just like my ears are just in heaven. The next song, Makeup, is not really one of my favorite songs, but it did sound really cute when she performed it. The notes were good, and that's the only thing I can really say about it. The next song right there is a major throwback. I remember listening to that so many years ago, dating in high school, and that was just ooh. So that song definitely kind of took me all the way back. She sung that song amazing. She sounded so much better than what she used to sound like when she did perform it, and like I said before, I think it was really cool for her to add her older songs into this new tour. Another song, You'll Never Know, she performed, actually is another throwback, and this makes me think of this guy who was completely obsessed with me a couple years ago, and he never really told me how he truly felt. And because he never really told me, you don't really know what would have happened. So when I think of that song, I think of that person, which is absolutely hilarious. So her song, when she sang it, it was really cute. Her vocals were on point. She sounded kind of babyish, but it was cute, so we accept that one. The next song, Break Your Heart Right Back, is also another major throwback, and as always, she was serving with those high notes. The next song, NASA, is a really pretty song. I loved the meaning behind it, and I loved the way she sang it vocally. She did use some extra vocal power, and she did sing notes differently, so for that, I really did enjoy listening to that. It was almost weird when you would close your eyes and you listen to this album. I can almost picture myself being at her concert, which is really weird. Let me know if you guys were able to kind of get that mood or that vibe also. And then the chorus to NASA also sounded very pretty as well, so I did like that. The next song, which is another major throwback, Tattooed Heart, it was really pretty. I enjoyed listening to all the belts and her little high notes. She sang it absolutely beautifully, tugged on my heartstrings a little bit. I did kind of get in my feels, so I did enjoy listening to that as well. The climax is amazing. She uses very good breath support. You can tell that she's not huffing and puffing after freaking belting as much as she can, even while she is running around on stage, so you can totally tell that she has worked on her breath support. The next song, Only One, is actually a song that I didn't really listen to, and I kind of wasn't really into it. The next song, Good Night and Go, is actually really gorgeous. Her vocals were very beautiful in it, and she sounded very clear. You were able to hear all of her pronunciations. She sang it so beautiful that it gave me me freaking chills. That's what she did the entire time I was listening to this album, was just chills on chills on chills. The next song, Get Well Soon, is another song on her album that comes up next, and she did sing that song absolutely amazing. Now let me tell you, from minute 140 to minute 2 is my favorite part of the entire song. Just listen to that part and you will know why. That's all I have to say. The next song, In My Head, which is another one of my favorite songs, and I can totally relate to it, I feel like was just a playback, like they must have been doing something during that time. The next song, Every Time, is another vocal masterpiece. To me, she sang the song absolutely amazing because I have never heard the word idiot sung so damn beautifully before. From minute 1 to minute 113 is the best part of the entire song. Her vocals were on point, her runs were on point, her high notes were on point. The entire song is absolutely amazing, which is why it is one of my top 3 favorite songs. I absolutely love the way she performed it. Those belts and those notes, just oof, amazing. The next song, The Light Is Coming, is not really one of my favorite songs. I remember when it first came out, I was kind of like, not really a fan of it. I felt like it was all over the place and the beats didn't really make sense with the lyrics, which leads us into the next song, Into You, which is iconic. She uses some vibrato, which sounds absolutely amazing, and she also sings a lot of high notes as well. When she sings I'm So Into You and then A Little Dangerous My Boy, the vibrato that she adds on to A Little Dangerous My Boy is, you guys, just I'm telling you, just go listen to it and just play it over and over and over again, and it's literally just, it's heaven to your ears. The next song, My Heart Belongs to Daddy, is a cute song, wasn't really my favorite. Dangerous Woman is a very iconic song. She actually vocally improved from her performances last year from her other tour. I thought she sounded so much better this tour. The next song, which is freaking iconic, Break Free, I liked the way she performed it this year, but the way it sounded last year is more of my preference. I like how it sounded completely different from what we're totally used to hearing Break Free sound like. So for that, it wasn't my favorite this year, but I did like how she sang it. From minute 303 to minute 337 sounds absolutely amazing. It is so angelic and it is so beautiful. Listen to it and you will be very happy that you did. The next song, No Tears Left to Cry, is a very iconic song that Ariana recently released. The beginning of the song is always my favorite because it sounds completely different and it is almost haunting in a way because I do get chills when I listen to it. And from minute 303 to minute 337 sounds absolutely angelic. It is very beautiful and it is my favorite. I really do enjoy how she performed that song, which brings us to the last and final song on the tour, Thank You Next. This song is absolutely amazing. This has become one of my personal favorite songs because I can relate to it so much. This song did come out when I was kind of going through some heartbreak with some people who are not so important, but it did really make me take the time to step back and really look at my life and see who was important and who wasn't really important. So this song I actually hold very close to my heart. It is one of my favorite songs. Her vocals were on point, her high notes were on point. She sang, which then completes my little review. I feel like she did such a good job. I really do wish a lot of artists did this after they went on tour or during the times they were on tour. I thought it was 10 out of 10. Couldn't have done her better. I wish it was a little bit longer, but that's just me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this album as much as I did because I'm still freaking listening to it. Like, it's on repeat and it's been on repeat for the last freaking 5 days now. So for those of you wondering what my favorite songs were from the album, because I did kind of mention it when I was going back and forth, this is in no particular order, but my favorite songs are Thank You Next, Love Me Harder, Breathe In, Every Time, and Needy. So those are my favorite of favoritists of songs. If you guys did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what your guys' favorite songs were from the album. What songs did you guys like and what songs did you guys not like? Subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.